So close your physical eyes down and then follow my instruction very carefully and trying to apply to your actual experience within, okay? So the first thing, I'm going to introduce the nature of your mental self, which is your true self, okay, for you, right? Take a few deep breaths. Once your physical eyes close down, you still have this very strong sense of self, very instinctively sense of self, knowing that you are here. You are very much alive. You can hear Super One's voice. You're sitting here. So all this cognition is the result of your consciousness element. Your consciousness element allow you to be conscious, allow you to have the awareness toward the sounds, the smell, the taste, the texture, the sofa that you're sitting in. But this element that we call consciousness is non-physical. It's in the energetic form. So to make life easier for us, I'm going to call it, okay, personify this non-physical element and call it your mental self. But try not to visualize anything at all, okay? Just know that. So this mental self also got the mental eyes. Where's your mental eye? Is exactly where that red dot is.
Red dot placed in between your eyebrows, which the Indian call bindi, a symbol of your third eye or inner eye.
So your mental eye from now on will act as the subject who is going to walk the path from A to B. From the state of suffering, mental pain, to the state of the end of mental pain, end of suffering. Find your inner peace, the void. Okay, so your mental self with the mental eyes will be the subject within who is going to walk this path. Now, how are you going to walk? Right. I'm going to show you. Please, everyone, use your hand. Tap onto your face. Tap, tap, tap. Tap onto your arms. Use your right hand. Tap onto your left arm. And your left hand. Tap onto your right arm. Tap onto your stomach. Tap onto your legs. Right, once after tapping, you will experience the overwhelming buzzing sensation all over your body, right? The reason that you know that the sensations are there on your body, because you have a viewer, the observer, the subject who is looking at the object, the sensation. And that subject is your mental self with the mental eye. So at this moment, your mental self with the mental eye is the very component, act as the viewer, the observer, the looker, and look at the object, the sensations. The sensation is on the surface of your skin, within your physical body. Within your physical body. So please make it very clear to your experience that you have the mental self with the mental eye as the observer. And then this observer, the viewer, is looking at the object, the sensations. The subject and the object. Make it very clear. Because if you are clear, you can separate between the subject and the object. your practice will excel very quickly. Very quickly. So this part is to underline, to highlight, to emphasize for you the nature of your mental self, which acts as your true self, who is the person going to walk this inner path, this spiritual path from A to B. Now, I'm going to teach you how to walk the path, how to drive this spiritual car called Vipassana, so that you can reach the final destination as your inner peace, the void. Okay? So how to do it? You do like this. Here, please tap again, this time onto your cheek. Your arms, one side of the arm, the other side, your stomach, and then your legs. Okay. So how your mental self walking the path from A to B, you do like this, okay? Use your mental eye, that red dot there, they're called bindi, okay? Your inner eyes, your third eye, as the observer, and then look, view, observe the sensations. View the object. The object is the sensations. So the sensation right now, use as the anchor, the foundation, the anchor, the home. The home. So really focus on the sensation wholeheartedly. And this is the part that you are not going to drift along with Jerry. When Jerry come in and try to lure you away from home, away from the foundation, away from the anchor, you must resist. You don't go along with Jerry, don't engage, don't compromise, don't entertain, cut the cord. So be aware of your Jerry sooner than later. And once you purge Jerry, come back home. Home to the sensation, home to the anchor, to the foundation. So this is how you walk the path. Okay, once again, walking the path is by using your third eye, your inner eyes, yeah, as the subject, and then wholeheartedly observe, having the full awareness toward the anchor or the foundations or the home are your breath, movements, and sensations. So these three groups of scenery are the nature of the foundation, the anchor, or the homes, where your mental self can come back to take refuge. Try to understand this very clearly on the verbal level and then on the experience level. Now once we do it, you will get it clearer. Right. Just top up the sensation, top up, beating onto your leg again, on your leg. Right, that's it. Right, use your mental eye, wholeheartedly focus on the sensation in your hands, your legs. Don't drift. Keep on looking, watching, observing. By doing this, you are walking the path now. This is the nature of your mental self walking the path from A, mental pain, having mental pain, to walk toward B, the end of mental pain. This is how you walk. Or if you want the analogy of driving the car, you start driving the car now, going toward position B. This is the work of your mental self, your inner self. Keep on looking, watching. Look at the throbbing here and there. Don't drift. Keep on watching. Look at the changing nature of the sensations. Look closely. Still look at the throbbing sensations here and there, which become weaker and weaker. But keep on looking. Cut the cord from Jerry. So you can see that the sensations, which was quite strong after the tapping, has now changed and become weaker and weaker. It will get to a point that even all the throbbing at the fingertips, everything will be vanished into thin air. However, we never notice that we always have the sensations here and there when we are sitting down. So please look at the sensation at your bottom, the weight that pressing onto the seat. There is a big area of sensation there. The sensation of your back leaning against the chair, if you lean. The sensations of your feet touching the floor. The sensation of both hands touching your legs. And your clothing rubbing against the skin. These are all the sensations that are with us all the time. And what people don't know is that these are also the anchor, the foundation, the home where a mental self can take refuge. So bring your mental self back home. It just simply use your mental eye, your third eye, to focus, observe the sensation on your bottom, your back, your hands. And here and there, where the fabric of the clothing touch your body. No one think about looking at all this and not knowing the treasure hidden in there. So I emphasize again, all this mundane thing that people think that is so trivial why you want to look at your sensation. We all have it. The treasure is that all these sensations act as the home where your mental self can take refuge, can rest. So whenever that you are being troubled by your Jerry, you come back home, producing the strong sensations, especially if you go to any form of exercise, jogging, running, Pilates, yoga, swimming, everything. All these sensations already within your body, they all act as the home, the anchor where your mental self, your true self, can take refuge. How to do it? Just by focus. So if you do exercise, swimming, yoga, the sensations are very strong. And then you have the natural concentration. You have the natural focus without having to force yourself too much. It's already there. So now you know the reason behind to back up. The reason to back up is that these are the home where your mental self can return to. No place like home. It means that when you can focus, having this awareness toward all these sensations, you will feel good because your Jerry will be discarded at that very moment. This is the reason behind. Okay? So focus on the sensations for 1 more minute. Your bottom, your back. Get used to it, looking at all these things that people look at it as mundane and trivial. But for you, is the treasure, spiritual treasure. Right, next, I'm going to introduce the rest of the anchor, the home. Please, everyone, use your 2 hands and then stroke your legs, go around your knees, slowly. Okay, rubbing your legs, stroke them. Go around your knees. As you're going around your knees, I'd like you to lean forward to create the very obvious motion. There is no need for you to open your physical eyes up, okay, to look at your motion, because your mental eye can distinguish the scenery of sensation from motion. There are different groups of scenery. Very direct, very simple. Whatever you see, that's it. That is the answer there. You don't have to analyze anything at all. As you are stroking, please breathe deeply. Breathe deeply from time to time. So now we have 3 groups of scenery, 3 groups of anchor or home or foundation. These are only labels, okay, for you to work on. So bring your mental self back home is to train your mental eye, your third eye, that red dot, okay, Bindi. Act as the observer, the subject, to fully focus, view on the objects. So the object right now got 3 groups. Either your breath, your motions, or your physical sensations. You can look at these 3 groups as one viewing. As you are fully focused, have the full awareness toward this anchor, Jerry will also trying to do his work by luring you away from home. Trick you. Come on, come out with me. Come to think about this. Come to feel this. Think about that. This is more exciting. That is boring, mundane. Come on, come to think with me. Come venture away from home with me. So many exciting things that you can think of. Now, be one step ahead of Jerry. Follow the golden rule. No engagement with Jerry. Don't entertain Jerry, no matter how beautiful, how pink it is. Don't compromise with Jerry. Jerry might tell you that this thought is so important, how can you not think about it? Don't. Cut the cord. Sever it. Always. Once you cut the cord, you come back home. Home to your breath. Home to your emotions. Home to your physical sensations. Try to understand my instruction and then apply into the practice. Right, we are going to do this motion for a few more minutes. Slow your motion down. Don't rush. And breathe deeply from time to time. This is the part that we're trying to reduce the population of Jerry. Only you can stop your own Jerry. No one can do it for you. So if you are not aware of Jerry, no one would. Check if you are staying home to your breath, your motion, your sensation. Just simply have awareness, full awareness. Right, everyone, please make a point to really slow down the motion. And then see if you can pick up the minute detail of your motions, of your sensations, of your breath. This is very much like refining your mental eye to make it become more acute, sharper. Make it sharper, make it more sensitive. Why we need to do that? Because the next step is to use this mental eye that has been cultivated, has been improved to the very highest standard, to catch Jerry red-handed. Because Jerry enter your mind, enter your head and heart at the staggering speed, faster than the speed of light. Jerry come in, attack you and left already. You could not see it. So Vipassana, mindfulness meditation, is the tool that the Buddha wants to train a mental eye, a consciousness to be at the supreme, premium state, that have the ability to catch Jerry red-handed, no matter how quick it is to come in, attack us and left. So this stage that we are doing now is trying to brush this tool, improve the quality of this tool. The tool is your mental eye, your consciousness, to be compatible with the speed of thought, so that you can deal with Jerry when it happens. When Jerry is ready to attack you, you can kick Jerry out of your house instantaneously, spontaneously, when it actually happened. Okay? So the foundation of mindfulness that we are doing right now, this is the very foundation, the very basic, the first and the second foundation of mindfulness is the beginning stage. But later on, after the dedications, the persistence to improve the quality of this tool by daily practice, your mental eye or the third eye will be improved to the higher quality, and then you will be able to deal with Jerry when it actually happened. You won't let Jerry run wild and take your mental self over, making you losing control of your mind. You'll be able to handle it there and then, on the spot. And this is the way for you to maintain your good feelings longer, to prolong your good feelings, your blissful state of mind longer. But it needs a lot of discipline dedication, commitment toward this practice. Right, bring your hand to a hold, sit still, and straight away observe the very refined tingling sensations. The sensation now is different from the tapping one, more refined. Focus fully, don't drift. Look at the throbbing here and there. Even your heartbeat is very visible to your mental eyes, is it not? Right, the next thing, please have a glance, have a look into your head. Can you begin to see the silence in your head yet? The silence is the result of the slowing down of the traffic of Jerry. The sticky minds become less sticky now. The monkey have gone. Monkey and Jerry are the same. Really observe the silence and the stillness in your heart. Okay, if you still have a bit more Jerry, so we are going to use another last technique, okay, to purge Jerry. So I'm going to do something really vigorous to purge Jerry once and for all, allowing you to see the void clearly. Right, please everyone, fist your hands and then thump onto your leg above your knees, up and down, really whack into it. Create the strong sensations. Now your right thumb tap onto your left shoulders and then thump down your arms. Your left fist thump onto your right shoulders and then your arms. I want a really strong sensation. Top up with your legs again. Really whack into it. Right, sit still. The strong sensation is a very good natural way of concentration. Jerry cannot butt in, allowing you to stay home, to be anchored very easily. Look. At the same time, you can still experience the silence and the stillness within. You can see the changing nature of the sensation. You can see the silence within your head, the stillness in your heart. Really notice that Jerry have slowed down. Okay, the sensation have really weakened gradually, and then you saw the process. You are looking at the process of slowing down of the sensation. Now we are going to look into our head and heart now. Look within. I want to believe that all of you, or nearly all of you, can begin to see the silence. I use the word see, I don't use the word feel. See to correspond with your mental eye, your third eye. Your third eye is looking, viewing, seeing the silence in your head, the stillness in your heart. If you see the silence and the stillness, this is your actual experience now. This actual experience, the Buddha saw it on the night of his enlightenment, is void from thoughts, void from Jerry, void from any emotion. So the void is a very neutral term, which in the sutra the Buddha emphasized, give us the definition very clearly that Nirvana is the void. Nirvana, Nippanang Brahmang Sunyang. Nirvana is the void. Void from thoughts. Void from any emotions. And it's really nothing in there. Any physical form is still exists. Your body still exists. Everything in this room still here. Nothing disappear. The only thing that is disappear is your Jerry, is your thoughts. So from this state of void, for the sake of communications, teaching, passing on knowledge, the Buddha has no option but deploy a words to represent this void. And the Buddha chose the word Nirvana. Jesus Christ also saw this nature of the void. And he used the word God. Now we are reaching the new age that the word source is also another word popular that people use. But we're going to stick with the Buddha's term first. So once the Buddha seeing this state of void that he labeled as Nirvana, he also let people know that Nirvana is the best kind of happiness. So he wants to say that this state of mind that is void from Jerry is the best kind of happiness. And no happiness is greater than your inner peace. So inner peace, bliss, is also another label that you can use to represent this state of mind within. So we have so many words now. Nirvana, God, source, bliss, peace, whichever word that you want to use. It doesn't matter. The most important part is that you have the actual experience first. This one comes first. The actual experience of silence and stillness and void within first. The label as words come later for the sake of communication and teaching, passing on knowledge. I want to make this part very clear so that we don't get stuck with my God is better than your God. You will understand that people are fighting over the label. The crusade is about fighting over the label, not about the actual experience. The actual experience is above language, above all kind of Jerry. So when Christ said that God is behind the closed door, that closed door, Christ referred to Jerry. Jerry is the door that close this void, hinder us from seeing this void. There is another verse that is very clear from Christ. Be still and know that I am God. You just spot on. Be still. It means that this stillness, this void, is our very own individual God. So in the spiritual community, right now, they all say the same tone, saying that we are all very powerful because God is within us, already here within us. So therefore, we are very powerful. But they don't tell you the way to get to that God. So this is it. This state of mind that you're looking, you're seeing within, the void, is that very experience that people talk about. But so this is the destination. But what equally important as the destination is the means, the method that can take us to this void destination. I think this is the part that is very much lacking in a spiritual community. We know the concept, but we don't know how to get there. And that is the problem. So now, today, I give you this tool that the Buddha gave us prior. I simplify for you. I make it accessible for you. And then you do it yourself until you get rid of old Jerry. And voila. The void is always there. Always have. Always will be. What you need to do is just purge Jerry. Get Jerry out of the way. The door that hinder the void. Right, sit still and really be acquainted. Get to know. Be familiar with this void. And I'd like you to see how wonderful it is, how magnificent it is, how good it is when you have these void feelings with you. Now, ponder on that. Comparing to the roller coastering of your emotional scale. Compare with this void, this stillness, silence. Answer to yourself, which one is better? Answer to yourself. Right, next, I'm going to connect this void from Jerry, this state of mind, with all the terminologies, the concept that I talk about in the introduction. So this void, from now on, if you can make it happen to you more often, okay? This is going to be the source of all intuitive knowledge that will be coming into your life. You'll be able to understand a lot of the profound concept that you could not understand before through this state of mind. As I said, that the unanswered questions can be answered without any words when you have this state of mind with you, the void. So this is the gateway to a lot more spiritual knowledge, intuitive knowledge that you're going to download later. Okay, this is one thing I'd like you to bear in mind. Secondly, the concept of oneness. Oneness cannot be perceived physically. It's impossible. But through this state of void, the oneness is already here. Everything in this entire universe have blended in to oneness. All is one is all. Why? Because we have purged Jerry, which is the cause of separations, out of the way. Jerry is the root cause of fragmentation and separations in humanity. Jerry is the root cause of everything, split people up in different ideas, different beliefs, different dogma, and then we fight over different type of Jerry. And Jerry even separate us as the individual from Source. Source, the prime creator. We are the fractal from thought, the primordial consciousness. This is the term that the Buddhas use. The primordial consciousness, which is the innocent consciousness. That is the nature of Source that the Buddha taught. We are the fractal. We are only one facet among so many facets from the same diamond. Originally, we come from the same source. And then when we come to this earth, we forget where we come from. And Jerry create further problems, create this sense of separation. I am me and you are you. Those are they who are different from me. And this separation create conflicts, problems, argument, and war. Okay? So now you come to do mindfulness meditation, vipassana, bring your mental self back home. You purge Jerry, you sever Jerry You get rid of this cause, the root cause of separation. And then you reach the void, the stillness, the silence. It's very much like you have blended in with source. This analogy will give you a more clearer perspective. So once you are being separated because of Jerry, we become the individual droplet of water who got lost from the body of water in the ocean. And then this single droplet, hopping here and there like a lost soul, want to go home, but don't know how to get home until one day have the guidance from the knower, from a master. Okay, this direction will lead you to the ocean of water. So this droplet of water keep on hopping until, oh, Mother Ocean. Okay, and then suddenly jump in. The minute that this single droplet of water blend in with the big body of the water in the ocean, there is no separation. There is no fragmentation. There is only just one. Oneness. All is one. One is all. And this is what we are supposed to be now. We cannot view the oneness through our physical sight. Is it possible? This got to be the intuitive wisdom, the intuitive knowledge allow you to have that profound realization. You can have this profound realization only when you have this void as the actual experience with you, like right now. Right now, all of us here, if you have the void with you, you have no sense of separation that this is me, who is different from Christine, from Juliet, from Julie, from Vanda, from Lauren, no, from Janet. We don't think like that because it's void within. So all of us right now blend in, become one. And not just all of us. In fact, it's the entire universe, the entirety of the universe blend in as one. A single body of water will blend in as one. Okay? So you will be able to understand the oneness, all is one, one is all, through this state of mind, the void. And from this state of mind and the concept of oneness allow you to have the unconditional love. If you want to exercise the unconditional love, you don't go around and tell people that I love you unconditionally. You don't do that. You just simply produce this void within. Produce it within your heart. Once you have this void, you will also have the higher level of patience and tolerance from the family unit. Okay? You don't blow yourself, your emotion out too quickly. You don't explode emotionally too quickly. You have the patience. No matter what kind of challenges throwing at you, from the people in the family, on the street, the workplace, the world, no matter what they throw at you, as long as you have this void with you, you will definitely have the patience and the tolerance, quite unlimited. And then you're going to react to the negative action toward you, okay, the foul action, the really horrible, aggressive, abusive action that throw at you differently from what Jerry going to react. Jerry would react as fragmentation, as separate. So Jerry would react in the sense of an eye to an eye, a tooth to a tooth. If you're bad to me, I'm going to 10 times, response worse than what you do. But when you have the void with you, your unconditional love will be in the light of, you don't get angry back. You can still keep your cool, keep your calm. Jerry don't bite you in the form of anger, hate, vengeance. No. But Jerry will just disappear from the scene and allow you to take whatever that throw at you. But you're going to react in a much more dignified way. You keep your cool, you keep your calm. That is dignified already. That is the response already. Okay? Without saying anything. And more than that, you yourself know that you have no hatred, no anger toward that person in front of you who is throwing abuse at you. And this tolerance comes from the understanding of that person, knowing that that person gets so abusive, gets so horrible toward you because of his or her Jerry, not his or her real self. Because his real self, her real self, is the void, the God behind the closed door, Jerry. So your reaction in this way, acceptance, no anger toward that person who abused you, okay? And this is the exercise of the unconditional love already, without having to utter a single word of love. No. That is the very dignified way to respond to the people, to all the challenge that throw at you. And that is the time that you would smile like Mona Lisa. The kind of smile that you know how the component within work, that you passing the most difficult exam, the test, that you overcome your own Jerry, that you can smile with the full understanding that, okay, I passed the test. Jolly good, good for you. And not just that. Furthermore, you will have compassion toward that person who throw abuse at you. Wow, this is much more than you can bargain for. You have compassion toward that person because you understand his Jerry working in his mind. You understand that that person who gets so angry, who have so much hatred toward you, okay, who are so unkind, so mean to you, because that person is being bombarded, being attacked, being imprisoned by his or her own Jerry. So therefore, you have compassion toward that person. And you wish that person well. You wish him or her to be at peace just like you. Wow. You see that? This is the application that can happen when you have the void with you. Okay? So I connect with all those concepts that we talked earlier in the introduction. So the only thing that you must do is to, first of all, commit to this practice. Dedication, commitment, discipline yourself with this practice by doing it daily if you can. Okay? Because the more you do it, the stronger your mental self will be. The more strength you would have within. The more strength you have, the better that you can deal with all this mayhem, lined up in our life, in our everyday life. You'll be able to deal with all these challenges, better. Okay? Because your mental self gets stronger. You'll be able to exercise your compassion, your unconditional love in the way that no one ever know it. By just simply not to get angry back, not to feel resented, let alone having hatred or vengeance toward anyone. You won't have to deal with any of this at all. And by doing all this, the energy of your life form will become higher in the higher vibration, okay? Which is something that the earth, humanity need a lot at the moment. Right. And more than that, this state of mind will allow you to feeling good. Prolong that good feeling a bit longer and longer, from moment to moment to moment. Allowing you to have the full meaning of life to carry on. And you will enjoy life more in this way. Right, everyone, please massage your temple the headache point, both sides of your temple. Rub your earlobes. Tap onto your face. Your arms. The other side of your arms. Your stomach. And then your legs. Right. Now, I'd like you to be really acquainted and familiar with your inner life. The sensations, which is quite strong, but it doesn't hinder the silence and the stillness, the void, the God within. Have a look. Be familiar with this kind of setting and make it happen to your life more often. You can even look at the tingling sensation, the throbbing, with joy. It's just so much joy in just watching them. Provided that Jerry doesn't come in between. And I have another word for you, the innocent perception. Innocent perception is nirvana, is God, is this void. So this moment you look at the tingling sensation innocently as they truly are. No judgment. And that's why it's so pleasant and fun just to look. And this answer to what I talk about, the miserable day. I could not see, I still cannot see any day that is miserable, because I look at them as they truly are, from the void. And everything's always look beautiful and wonderful, full of magic. So before you open your eyes, now go through the checklist. The checklist is that you know exactly what your mental self is. Your mental self is non-physical, it's your consciousness. Okay, but it's there. That is the nature of your consciousness. You can focus on your mental eye, that dot. And then you know the object. The object is the sensations, the breathing and the motion. So bring your mental self back home is to use your mental eye to fully focus on these three features, inner features, your breath, movement, sensations. Okay? How to do it is to fully focus, fully concentrate. This is the process of discarding Jerry. slow the traffic of Jerry down until you can see the mental space in between Jerry. So once you can see the void, the mental space, this is the center, the source of everything that I told you earlier. Now always have a glance onto this void, this mental space all through the day. See whether it's there. Even though you open your eyes, okay? So before you open your eyes, just one last tap, please. One last tap on your eyes. Okay. That's it. That's it. And then breathe deeply, open your eyes. Now once you open your eyes, okay, keep on looking, still looking at the void within. Okay. You open your eyes now. Jerry hasn't rushed back right away. It maybe come, but at the same time, you can still see the mental space within. Okay? So, I like to say this all through the day. Try to glance, see whether you see the space or not. If you see the space, I would say that you are safe. You are safe. Okay? But of course, you got to deal with your daily life, facing the challenge, this and that. And that is when the Jerry come in to hit you. And the void, the stillness will disappear. It will disappear. But from now on, even though you are being hit, being attacked, bullied by your own Jerry, at least you know that, okay, I have this tool. This tool that Superone gave me, I'm going to bring it up and then do it to produce, to go back to that void. Once you go back to that void, the benefit is that your mental self, which is your true self, will get stronger and stronger because of the high level of the vibration of the energy. Okay, will allow you to really, feeling solid within. I tell you one thing, being a mother, you can't fall, you can't collapse. Because if a mother collapses, everything disappears. A man can collapse. As long as he got a strong wife, the family can carry on. But if a mother collapses, everything disintegrates. Maybe that's why we women always search for the spiritual knowledge to help us to be strong, because we cannot collapse. And this void will allow you to be really strong within. So I share with you that my daily routine is getting up early, sometimes as early as 4:30 in the morning. And my solid routine for years is that a good 50 minutes of 40 to 50, sometimes up to 60 minutes of yoga. So when I do yoga, I close my eyes, especially in the winter. I won't put any lights on. I would just doing the yoga with my eyes closed. And that is pure meditation. The yoga movement, the strong sensation and the vigorous movement, all these things, is a good anchor, good focus, good foundation for you to focus. And that is pure meditation. Okay, right. So that is 50 minutes of yoga, and then light outside. I went out. I got a shed. The shed at the bottom of the garden, and I would go sit in the shed in the winter with about 8 layer, 8 layer of clothing, blanket, and I meditate in there. Okay, I meditate in there for about an hour. 50 minutes to an hour, sometimes up to 70 to 90 minutes, so depend. Okay, because I got to connect with the void. So, and then after that, slide, I come out from the shed doing Tai Chi, doing Tai Chi. And these three activities got to be before breakfast. So I won't touch anything, not even a cup of tea. I would just water, warm water. So it's a good 2.5 hours. This is the reason why I have to get up early. You know, really 6 o'clock for me it's late. Oh gosh, it's late now, because by the time I finish, it's nearly 9 o'clock, like that kind of thing, you know. And so I've got to spend time with the husband as well, you know, chatting with him at breakfast or anything. So I got to have all my routine done before breakfast. And I've been doing this for a long time. I lost count. But I don't feel like I force myself anymore. I feel like this is the nutrient for my spirit, for my soul. We need food, solid food, which we're going to have for the physical body. We need food, we need the nutrients for our soul, for our mental self. Okay? And that is meditation. That is meditation. So it is this kind of commitment that make this all blend into my way of life now. My way of life. Okay? And that's how I can face the challenge. And some of you might not know that I lost my beloved son 2 years ago. It's just his anniversary, the 15th of May. Yeah, 15th of May. If I don't tell you, I don't think you can tell you. But that is oh my God, the kind of challenge that I never thought that it would happen. He was 40 years, 8 months, 23 days that we share alive. We never know what's going to happen to us the next minute. No, we never know. I never thought that he's going to jump the queue, you know, and I outlive my son. Who think? We don't think that. But this kind of thing, when it's going to spur on you, you've got to wish that you have something to fall back on. Otherwise, and I don't wish this for anyone, but challenge of all sorts, health, illnesses, accident, oh my God, it's everywhere. We are really, you know, life is very much walking either on the pothole everywhere, you know, you drive, the pothole is everywhere, if not minefield. And we got so many minefield now, you know, the war in a bigger scale, quite scary, you know, environment, I mean, all these things that they tell us, you know, this disclosure thing, we just don't know. So my other area of knowledge is to teach my students not to be afraid of death. If you're afraid of death, I really feel sorry for you, because we are not getting any younger. Okay, we are not. Did you see that Singapore airline have to emergency landing in Thailand, in Bangkok? That was toward the end. Is it London to Singapore, isn't it? On the way back from Thailand to London in April, I came back in April. We went through the turbulence of I've got to say 1.5 hours, was just constantly like this. That the pilot tells us, the cabin crew, just you got to sit still, and no surfing. And at first I thought, okay, it will be settling, but just carry on like this. And I'm sure that people start praying, you see. And we travel all the time. We never know. We never know. That's why we cannot be complacent. We cannot be complacent to, you know, to wait until the worst come to the worst and then you come to do all this. No, you got to really ahead of it while your body is able. Because come to meditate when you really or have illness. A lot of people, so and so having cancer. Please tell me how to help him. Gosh, I'm not God. I'm not. No, I'm just a normal human being. You got to. That's why you got to learn it. Why your body is able to put up with all this discipline. Because it can be painful. I mean, to sit a long time, you got the ache and pain here and there. I mean, this is still good. You can sit comfortably on the sofa. If you go to Thailand, you go to the temple, even in King's Bromley, on the floor, cross-legged, close your eyes and sit like this. Don't move, stay still. Sometimes for half an hour, for an hour. They tell you not to move. I can't not to move. I'm in agony, So I make life easier for you, So anyway, this is the tool that I want to share with all of you, okay? The rest is all really down to you. So today is just the real nuts and bolts, but it's still a lot that we can talk about really. But the most important thing, you have it with you now. You take it home and then, exercise, cultivate your tool.